from our studios in the historic Brooks Mansion, located in Northeast Washington, D.C., this is Student Exposure. Welcome back. For over 40 years, one organization and its heroic leader have fought to create better opportunities for youth in one of the most unsafe neighborhoods in the district. Her name is Brenda Jones, and she's the founder of the Parkland's Community Center.
The one word that will describe my journey is inspired. I was definitely inspired to work in the community to help persons who needed help, or to support persons who needed help, because I myself had been in a position of needing help. And I always said that once I became an adult, I would help people if I could.
Her legacy to me is to inspire, motivate with sincerity.
My name is Brenda H. Jones, and I'm a community activist. I was inspired by all the talent in the community, the young people, the number of young people that were in the community that really needed to be involved with constructive programming. And I felt that I had that talent to do that. So I opened the community center in 1980. The Parkland's Community Center was a grassroots nonprofit organization that provided programs and services to enhance the quality of life of young people, families, and parents east of the river. We would go in some homes that you would not believe. I mean, you would think that it was, at that time, we would call them New Jack City. I mean, we were fearless, because we wanted to make sure those parents, those children that were in those homes got service. And we would go there, it didn't matter, fearless. We'd go there, we would go in those homes and say, look, we're here to help, because someone has told us there's a family in trouble.
I know Brenda Jones for probably 20 to 30 years. Brenda Jones isn't really not Brenda Jones. It's actually what she created was the Parkland Community Center. It gave the youth a vision to see other things than just the neighborhood. And also it inspired us to learn more things about not just our culture, but also about other cultures and different cities around the country, which was pretty much limited when I was growing up there. So it impacted my life a lot. You know, it has me learning new things. It started when I was there, when I was young, under her tutelage, I guess you want to say, and it kept rolling, snowballing. Well, I wanted to know more about everything, and I'm very thankful that we even had a community center there.
Starting the Parkland's Community Center has influenced my life greatly. I feel very, very pleased that I'm able to make a difference in someone's life. I'm able to assist in the betterment of our community, basically. I'm able to expose young people to things they might not have ordinarily been exposed to if the Parkland's Community Center was not open. It has helped me personally, given me great satisfaction, and I'm very, very proud of so many of the young people, families, parents who have come through Parkland's Community Center. The one thing that I wish I had known in my journey was that crack was on its way. As I stated, we started in 1980. Crack hit our community, I would say 1984, 85, and whew, none of us could have been ready for what was going to go on for the next 15 years. I could not have done it without the staffing that I've had over the years. People who were very committed. I mean, We would help young people, help parents who are on drugs go into drug treatment programs. And if their family members couldn't take care of the children, our staff would take them home for the 90-day treatment programs that they would go into. So I've had some dynamite people working for us during that period of time too. When I retired, I had to close the organization. And unfortunately, services that we were providing are still in need. There was never a time that I wanted to give up on my vision. There's never a time, even through the times that I didn't get the funding that I thought that I needed. Many times we operated with no funds. I just did what I wanted to do. As long as I had a roof over our heads, we were going to open those doors. And I always said that once I became an adult, I would help people if I could.
Joining us in the studio to talk more about Brenda and the Parklands Community Center is student producer Monique Washington. Monique, welcome to Student Exposure.
Thank you.
We're so glad to have you, and we really enjoyed that story about Brenda. She's touched a lot of lives. Can you tell me more about some of the lives she's impacted?
Absolutely. As you saw in the video, Delonte Harrison, she touched him greatly. And not just her, it was also Parkland's Community Center as well. And as he mentioned, there were things that Parkland Community Center provided for him and other youth and even adults as well that wasn't necessarily provided in the community. And so with that being said, with her establishing Parkland's Community Center, she created a safe haven for other youth and for adults as well to get off of, as she said, you know, drugs,
yes,
gangs and violence that is in the community as well. And so now Delonte works for the Supreme Court justice system. So as you can see, the impact that she had on him has greatly produced an intelligent and strong man in our community.
Excellent, excellent. What an inspiration. Now, tell us, why is Brenda's story about the work she has done for over 40 years still important today?
It's still important because, as Brenda Jones stated, a lot of the work that they were doing, there's still more work that needs to be done now. Now, unfortunately, Parkland's Community Center is closed, but they became a part of the ARC in 2005, and the ARC now is a great place, a safe haven for the youth in many communities on the east side of the Anacostia River. So there are things still being provided to the community, to the youth, and also to the adults in the community, even though Parkland's Community Center is closed.
Wow. So if there was someone who thought that they would like to try to make a difference in the lives of youth, but figured, oh, I'm just one person, what do you think Brenda would say to them?
She would probably say, if I can do it, you can do it as well, especially the philanthropy that she was doing in the 80s when crack had started its rise in DC. So if she can do that in the 80s through that epidemic that was going on, anyone can do it now.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for sharing this story with our student exposure audience. Brenda's story demonstrates that one person is capable of making a difference in the toughest circumstances. For more information, please visit www.thearcdc.org.